Hello. Alright. So we're gonna try to help this old guy talk to Feline better. I don't know who Feline is. This guy is... I don't know. Oh yeah! He brought up a memory. Yeah, this Forsworn thing in Skyrim, it almost seems like the people who made this game tried just a little too hard to make things like be like political in some way. But yeah, it's odd. Oh, I totally forgot to read Eltru's note. Alright. Alright, meet me at the Shrine of Talos. Alright. The Forsworn Conspiracy. Ooh. There are Thalmor here.
Stupid dog.
You be nice to the doggies.
Stupid dog.
Wow. Nothing to see here. Nope.
You! Who are you to approach the Jarl of Markarth?
Ah, so that's Feline.
Very well. You may approach the mournful throne. But watch your words.
Mournful.
Calcelmo? What about
Oh,
him?
crap.
Keep your eyes open for Forsworn when you're on the roads.
Igmund, we need to talk about the Silverblood family.
What about them? They seem loyal enough.
Loyal? Thungbor supports Ulfric and his Stormcloaks. We should imprison the entire family as a precaution.
I second that, Igmund. Who knows what that family will do for power? They could be working with the Forsworn for all we know.
Enough. We can't imprison the very people that own the jail we'll be throwing them into. The Silverblood family are to be left alone. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes,
my
my
Jarl.
Jarl.
You speak to Igmund, son of Orolfdir, Jarl of Markarth. My guards told me, poor Margaret, and witnesses report that the attacker was shouting some nonsense about being a Forsworn. I want to make things clear. Markarth has its troubles, but there are no Forsworn in this city. They are only a threat in the hills and along the roads where they live. Everywhere else, we are in control. It all started here, this rebellion. When the Empire lost the Reach during the Great War, we became desperate. We promised a group of Nord militia free worship in exchange for their help retaking the hold. Then the elves found out about it. We were forced to arrest all of them. Ulfric Stormcloak, their leader, used the whole thing as proof that the Empire had abandoned Skyrim. The rebels called it the Markarth Incident. It was the founding day for the Stormcloaks, and where this war really started. Yes, I know. We have some advantages if they come here. The city is built into the mountainside, so it's hard to reach into, even from the skies. And everything is made of stone, even the beds. We'll have no trouble from Dragon's Fire here.
You make things so uncomfortable.
The White Gold Concordant, our treaty with the elves after the Great War, forbids free worship of Talos. But that's what we promised Ulfric and his men. It seems foolish looking back, But at the time, we were hoping the elves wouldn't find out. So when they did find out, it was either we arrest Ulfric and the militia, or enter into yet another war with the Aldmeri Dominion. The choice was clear. And now, Ulfric threatens the thinly veiled peace we sacrificed so much for. When the Aldmeri Dominion invaded the Imperial City, the Legion all but turned a blind eye to the other provinces. Many of the disgruntled natives of the Reach used the opportunity to depose the Empire and founded what they called an independent kingdom. It was little more than a chaotic uprising, but the Reach was removed from Imperial authority for 2 years before we reclaimed it. But the leaders of the uprising refused our offers of peace. They fled into the hills and became the Forsworn. If you'll excuse me, I have a city to run.
I'm Igmund's uncle, as well as his steward.
Okay.
As his housecarl, Igmund's security is my chief concern. Keep your eyes
Forsworn
open for
have
Forsworn
treated my
when you're
people.
on the roads.
I don't know you, and I don't sell what precious property we have to outsiders. But if you're willing to work, and you prove to be reliable, I might deem you worthy to live here. My steward will handle things from there. I'll take my leave then.
I advise
he
Igmund
doesn't have
the same
anything.
way I advised his father.
Stupid dog.
Caution, caution, caution.
What's this? No idea. Dang it.
Don't think you can barter with me like one of those damned shopkeepers.
Just unnamed door. Okay.
I'm the Jarl's personal blacksmith, but that doesn't mean I can't sell you a few pieces for a fair price. Anything. Served in the Legion with my sister Gorza for over 10 years. We've seen every piece you can imagine. Have you met her? She runs the forge near the smelter. Just don't bother talking to her, apprentice. Boy has no talent. Depends on what you need. A light armor is good for travel, less to carry. A heavy armor weighs you down, but no true warrior goes without it. If you want some heavy armor, I might have a deal we could work out. I need a dangerous heart. Jarl wants me to cool his new sword in blood.
You.
You get me a heart, I get you some armor. Interested? Good hunting.
And I already have the heart.
Good.
Ugh.
I'd prefer using water to cool my metal, but it's what the Jarl wants.
It's
Here,
nasty.
some of my best armor. Wear it well.
Cool. Hey, you just
Fight
help
well.
someone. That was nice and quick. Another unnamed door.
I have to work, or Anton will rip my head off.
Don't mind the dogs. They get anxious when they haven't had dinner.
Before you say anything, no, I am not from the Reach. No, I'm a Breton from High Rock, and I refuse to be mistaken for a filthy native. I don't care if we share the same ancestors. These people are savages.
There's an apple in the
Half of
fish's
them are
mouth.
forsworn barbarians. And have you seen what they eat? What have I done for the gods to take me so far from my beloved Daggerfall? Yes, the finest court in all of High Rock. You think politics here or something? Well, we Bretons invented politics. That is where I learned to cook, and where I belong. Not here with all these dogs. Until next time.
Apparently he has nothing. Okay.
Stupid dog.
Thought that there was something that I could do, but I guess not.
Stupid dog.
Oh my gosh, will you stop pestering the dog?
You have the honor of addressing a member of the Thalmor. Basket.
Oh, goodness.
As if this craggy wretch of a city could give birth to a superiorly bred mer such as myself. No, I'm not from Markarth. I was sent here to lead the Thalmor's interests in this corner of Skyrim. It's my mission to root out all Talos worship in this city.
Nope, nothing that way. Okay. What's this place? Ah, the Dwemer Museum.
Wow. Would you look at that?
Yep. Quick little visit to the museum for him, because, you know, he likes it.
This is Markarth, traveler. Safest city in the Reach.
Very tempted. Very tempting. But we probably should just leave it alone.
Heard about you and your honeyed words.
Trouble?
Okay, so we need to find this, the Talos statue. Hag Skewer. Oh! Is this someone that we can help? And hopefully we can buy some
The
health
Hag
potions.
Cure is here for all your discreet needs. I have potions for disease, love sickness, irritating children.
Oh gosh.
Rosella, I have a question.
You want to know a secret of mine, young girl? The most effective poison to kill a man? A potion to make others fall in love, perhaps?
I was actually just wondering if you had any family.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry. You don't have to tell me if you don't.
I have one, a nephew. He's in prison for being a member of the Forsworn.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Don't be. We all make mistakes. A little bit of old reach magic can cure whatever ails you. Only that they break an old woman's heart. So many friends, so many kin, all lost trying to rebuild a past that was over long ago. We'd be better off without the Silverbloods. They send their brute, Ingvar, to shake some coins from me every few days. And Betrid Silverblood is always asking for more potions to fuel Thonar's ambitions. Gives him a temper fiercer than any bear. Comes with living to a ripe old age. People start thinking there's something magical about you. Then, the insults. Still, a little knowledge of plants and potions can get you by. Not that anyone likes to admit buying things from you. See? I even have a little potion for the steward. Mind handing it over to him? Just say it should solve that problem he has. Thank you. Take a look.
I really want to see if she has some health potions, because apparently I've like really run out. Best cure disease. Minor healing. There's like only one though. Dang. I probably just barely... Oh no, I didn't.
Now, you let me know if you need a cure or anything else.
Okay, so we have a potion to deliver. Ah.
Tacitus, what is this?
A nail?
Is that what you call it? In the Legion, we would have called it useless. Look how brittle the metal is.
I'm sorry. Well, the forge gets so hot and I thought...
You thought what? You would skip a step? Not heat the metal all the way through? Useless. Now do it again.
I'm Gorza's assistant. I help her with the forge.
I can tell.
Gorza is the one you should ask if you need anything.
Need a new blade? Grew up in a stronghold. Every orc girl tended the forge at some point. Girl has to grow up, and life in the stronghold asks for a lot in return. So I joined the Legion, mastered my trade there. That's right. An orc stronghold. Kept to ourselves, lived as our ancestors would have wanted. Wasn't enough for me, though. I left. Didn't want to end up as the third wife of some lowly chieftain. Tacitus? Boy's an Imperial. I keep showing him how to treat the iron, but he never gets it. In the Legion, the Imperial smiths used to read books when they couldn't set their hammers straight. Wisdom of the old, I guess. If you find a book called The Last Scabbard of Akrish, could you bring it to me? Tacitus sure isn't learning by example. Thanks. Let me know if you need something forged.
I'm not very good for anything more than smithing nails right now.
You strike your metal like a new mother giving her babe a light slap. Hit it harder.
I'm sorry, Gorza. I just flinch and,
You can't pound the dust out of your iron. It'll break when it's finished. Hit it harder.
That's the front gates.
We'll handle things from here. Move along.
So you don't know anything about this house? No. Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange lights or unusual noises? It's abandoned, and it's always been abandoned. Excuse me.
Oh,
Do
no.
you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave?
Alright, this is a Vigilant of Sendar. This place that he wants to go through, basically it's haunted and I really don't want to do that quest, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
Seems no one in this city has. I'm with the Vigil of Stendarr. I believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, evil rites and so forth. Thank you for your time.
Don't know what that man expects. House is empty. What? Why? Are you interested?
No, not me.
Ah, a secret admirer, eh?
Gosh.
Don't worry, I won't tell a soul.
Not.
As for what she might like, I didn't tell you this. Feline likes to act tough, but she really has a soft spot for, of all things, poetry. You know, I took some classes at the Bard's College as a youth. Poems come in handy when wooing. There's a poem I once used on an older lady of Rorikstead. I can change it to be about Feline, if you've got some gold. Are you prepared to receive my golden word?
Oh my gosh, 200!
Come back when you got the gold, then. Are you prepared to receive my golden words?
Fine.
Wonderful. I'll write it out so you won't forget it. You should probably just let Feline read it herself. Don't want you stumbling over the words and ruining my flow.
Goodness, it's not for me.
Outsiders.
Okay. Where is the poem? Okay, maybe I don't have it marked. Yeah, it's not marked. There we go. Shrine of Talos. Seems like it's right in the center. Ah! It's right here.
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You're dangerous looking. You'll do.
Mew. Dangerous. I'm
I'm sorry
sorry.
to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You're
Yes,
dangerous
yes,
looking.
yes.
You'll do. You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a Forsworn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess. This has been going on for years, and all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please. You find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Wayland and the Forsworn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me.
Okay.
She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silverblood Inn. He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Waylon, except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers. They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people.
Yeah, that's definitely not good that they're killing people.
Yes. It all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who isn't a Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forsworn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far. And then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why. Be careful who you talk to. Looks like you weren't followed. Good.
Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Ah, Temple of Dibella. There's a way down from there.
The sisters are communing with Dibella. They can't be disturbed. You'll have to come back another time. I'm sorry, the Temple of Dibella is closed. You can receive your blessing if you wish, but the other sisters are in seclusion. A heathen. Lovely. Oh, don't put on that angry look. I'm just teasing you. Dibella is the divine of beauty. She is a patron deity to artists and bards and those who seek life's simple pleasures. The temple offers her blessings to pilgrims, and instruction in enjoying all life has to offer.
Okay, I know that you can get like, basically like boosts in your speechcraft here. Speechcraft.
Well, you are lovely to look at, and there's so many things I could teach you, but I'm afraid the temple isn't taking in new students. Dibella's blessing to you.
Interesting. Anyway, there's an aspect of this god that some people take a little too seriously, and it's not that great.
Need something?
Right, there is a cool little quest you can do, but you have to break the rules first. Ah. Oh, goodness.
What are you doing in here? Stay where you are. The mother will deal with you. Here she is.
Yeah, just barge into the temple. Good idea. Anyway, I know. But,
And just what do you think you're doing?
trying to get a quest, that's it.
Unfortunately for you, we don't allow the uninitiated into the inner sanctum. You have committed a breach and must pay the penalty.
And apparently if you're a dude, it's like really harsh, like, you know, dudes are not allowed like inside the internal parts of Dabilla's temple, but anyway.
Normally, a period of servitude.
For
Luckily
guys,
for
it's
you,
death.
there are more pressing matters. We could make an example of you, but perhaps you could be put to better use. The ceremony you so rudely interrupted was the exalted protocol of the Dibellan Sibyl. I don't expect you to know what that means. Suffice to say that our Sibyl was recently lost to us. Through the protocol, we have seen the home of the next Sibyl, to the north in a small village pressed against the stone. If you can travel there and retrieve our young Sibyl, your transgression will be forgiven.
The statue. Oh, that's right. The quest that leads you in here is you're supposed to steal a statue for this homeless guy. But I'm not going to do that. So I'm already here. Haha.
We believe the place in our vision to be Karth Wasten. Now move quickly. The girl must be brought to the temple as soon as possible. The Sibyl of Dibella spends her entire life in direct communion with the goddess. From the time she's a little girl to the moment she expires, she is a direct connection with the Heavenly Mother. From her reverie, we know the mind of our god. We have had a vision of the next Sibyl, living in a village to the north. She must be brought to the temple for her reverie to begin. It's considered a great honor for the family. Their daughter will never know hardship, and the goddess blesses them with great bounty. We prefer not to announce that the Sibyl has died until we can introduce the new one. People like to know that we're connected to the goddess. Mm-hmm.
And they're threatening poor Mark with death because he's a dude. Anyway. It's like, yeah, we'll do this. Don't hurt us.
Hmm?
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
What's up this way? Guard tower. Okay.
What am I supposed to do? Never
Lightly
leave the
armored
house?
means
You
light
want
on your
that
feet.
answer?
Smart.
You're closing this stall, and that's final.
You want to give up now, out of fear? Is that what we're going to teach our daughter?
Mama, why are you and Papa fighting?
We're not fighting, we're just... Why don't I get you something to eat? Mama and Papa will talk later. I work silver, like my father, and his father before him.
Are you looking for a gift for a friend, perhaps? Or a lover? Please, I don't want to talk about it. All that blood. If you want answers, ask at the inn. She told me she was staying there. My family came here centuries ago. We made a good living smithing the silver that flows through the city. But you probably wanted to know about the fancy carvings and stonework, didn't you? Travelers always do. Here, I have a delivery I need to make to Calcimo. Why don't you take it to him? He knows the history of Markarth better than anyone. Thank you. He can be a bit difficult, but I'm sure he'll appreciate your help. Come back if you need a new ring or necklace.
Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going at each other.
Plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
My daughter Adara is going to be a fine silversmith when she's older.
My wife Kira runs our jewelry stall in the market.
I'm gonna be a silversmith one day, like my mother and father.
This is the Silverblood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself. Ah, yes. Rented the nicest room we had for a whole month. Best we all forget about her. Bad luck to talk about the dead in Markarth. Remember, ale is cheaper than blood in Markarth.
I'm what you'd call a soldier of fortune. Make me an offer, and I just might fight at your side.
Why can't the men in this city leave me alone?
Oh, do you need a good face bashing in?
What can I do for you?
Oh, darn it, nope. So it's like, I can help with that. Oh, there's an arrow. It is off this
Unlike my
way.
husband Clever, I watch after our guests.
Okay, so this is her bed. Sorry, bedroom. Alright, journal. Oh, the love poem, I forgot. What was this? Is it from... okay. I don't really want to read this out loud. I'll let you read it if you really want to. I'm just not that interested. Kinda looks like I didn't really want to read it anyway. I saw a few things where it's like, yeah, I'm kinda glad I didn't read it. Anyway. Margaret's journal. Meeting at the Treasury. Okay, meeting at the Treasury House. Later today took them long enough. These people act like they own everything. Thonar Silverblood is the younger brother, but he's obviously the one in charge. Makes all the deals, bullies the local landowners into selling to him, even employs that wispy girl at the door to deter troublemakers like me. General Tullius is growing impatient, but I'll bring back the deed to Sidna Mine. Oh, I think she's a spy. All my life, I won't allow a group of Stormcloak sympathizers to own the prison. to the most notorious criminals of the Reach. They say no one escapes. Why? Is it really that secure? Maybe I'll play my hand too soon by rushing the confrontation with Thonar. There are shadows around every corner in the city, and I know I'm being watched. Alright.
I work silver, like my father. And his father...
You. I've seen you snooping around, asking questions. Back off. You don't want to know what happens to troublemakers here. But this is your last warning, outsider. We keep the peace here. Stay out of our business.
Interesting.
Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house?
No.
Seen anyone enter or leave?
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there for now, because I think this video has gone on pretty long.